Hello guys, welcome to Key Fact in Physics. In our last video, we looked at the law of conservation of linear momentum, collision, and the types of collision, and then the formulas associated with them. But we're not able to solve problems in that video, but we'll be looking at a basic problem here in this class. So the problem says a body P of mass 5 kg moving with a velocity of 30 meters per second collides with another body Q moving in the opposite direction with a velocity of 20 meters per second. If both bodies now move in the same direction as P at 10 meters per second, calculate the mass of Q. So we started collision with diagrams. So we are going to interpret this question with a diagram. So this is P, two bodies according to the question. Body P has a mass 5 kg and is moving with a velocity 30 meters per second. 30 meters per second. And the question says there's another body Q. This is the second body Q moving in opposite direction of P. So it means it is coming in this direction. Of course, P is moving like this, so Q is coming like this. So this is body P, and this is body Q, and this body with velocity is moving with a velocity of 20 meters per second. So there's a velocity here of 20 meters per second. This body has no mass. The mass wasn't given to us, so we are going to put a question mark there. The mass of this body wasn't given to us. So if both bodies now move in the same direction as P at 10 meters per second, this is after collision. So once they collide, they move in the same direction as P, and meanwhile P is moving in this direction. So these bodies will be moving in this direction. So we're moving in this direction. So we have P and we have Q. P is moving like this. They are moving in the same direction. So they both move with a velocity of 10 meters per second. So we have a velocity of here P, same P, moving with a velocity of 10 meters per second, and same Q, moving with a velocity of also 10 meters per second. Now, same mass. Remember the same mass, 5 kg, but this mass we don't know. Q, we don't know the mass of Q. P, we know the mass, we know the mass. So the question is saying calculate the mass of Q. The mass of Q is what we are looking for. So remember in that formula from introduction to collision, we know that the mass is m1. This body will have a mass of m1, and the velocity will of course be u1. This body will have a mass of m2, and of course the velocity will be u2, initial velocity. And this body has a mass of m1, still m1, not changed, and now a velocity of v1. And then this body has a mass m2, which is what we don't know, and a velocity of v2, which is 10 meters per second. So we gave a formula in our last class that m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 open and close bracket v. That's the formula we get. But we stated in our last class that this sign can change to positive. That is, if the colliding bodies are colliding in opposite direction, just as in this case. This guy is coming like this, Q is coming like this. So it means that the velocity with which Q is coming is going to have negative. So we're definitely going to aspect this side. We'll have a negative sign here. So but look at here. we say the bodies after collision, they move with a velocity of 10 meters per second, 10 meters per second. They didn't stick together to move, but they are moving with a common velocity. So this is the appropriate diagram. So there are situations where they will stick together and they move. So we'll join them together. So this V1, V2, V1 is equal to V2 here and is equal to V. So I'm replacing V1, V2 with V. That's why I have V here. So what I'll just do is to put in the values. Put in the values, punch in my values in calculator and get my answer for the mass of Q. So what is M1? M1 is 5. What is U1? U1 is 30 minus. What is M2? M2 is what I don't know. We don't know M2. That's what we are looking for. Calculate the mass of Q. M2 multiplied by U2. What is U2? U2 is 20. Is equal to M1 5 plus M2 unknown. So I still keep it as M2. V is 10. So this multiplied by this is 150 minus M2 times 20. I can say is 20 M2 is equal to, I'll open this bracket with 10. 10 multiplied by 5. 10 times 5 is going to give me 50 plus 10 times M2 is going to give me 10 M2. So I'm going to collect like terms. I'm going to pick like terms. So I have 50, 150, I'll move 150, I'll move 50 here to meet 150. So moving 50 is positive here, coming to this side it becomes negative. So I'm going to have 150 minus 50 is equal to, and then on my right hand side I have 10. I'm going to move minus 20 M2 to the other side. So it's going to become positive. Once it crosses, it becomes positive. So I have 10 M2 plus 20 M2. So this minus this, I will have 100. This plus this, I'll have 30 M2, which are like terms. Then I'm going to make M2 the subject of my formula, where I would say divide both sides by 30. 30 will cancel 30. 30 into 100 is 3.3. So I'm going to have M2 as equal to I'm going to have M2 as equal to 3.3 kilograms. So the mass of my body Q, this mass that is unknown, is 3.3 kilogram. 3.3 kilogram. So I believe we've been able to pick one or two from here. In our next video, we'll look at other problems in collision. Thank you for watching.